Hello there fellow humans and welcome to this video, and today I want to tell you a few tips of how to determine how likely it is if someone is a bad player or not. Now obviously, please don't insult anyone if you see them with these features, and please don't always assume that someone that has one or multiple of these features is actually a bad player. It's just my experience from someone that does a certain thing tends to be a worse player than someone that does not do such a thing. And the first thing is not using camouflage. I think that mainly comes from free-to-play players not being able to afford camo, and free-to-play players tend to, on average, do a bit worse than people that pay. Obviously, not all people that pay are good, that's out of the question. But here's the thing, if you invest money into something, you feel a lot more connected to it, you feel a lot more invested in it, so you're going to try to do better. So someone that spends more money on the game is, on average, going to be a bit better than someone that doesn't. So then again, a lot of free-to-play players also use camo. And to the free-to-play players out of you there, I don't want to offend any of you. I just want to share my observations with you. So yeah, and if you do feel offended, then that's not my fault. So yeah, no camo is one of the factors that you can certainly determine whether someone is a good player, or more likely to be a bad player or not. Then another thing is that where you can see that someone might tend to be not such a great help for your team is the emoji avatars. I think that mostly comes from the people using them being 90% kids, and obviously kids, because they're kids, tend to care a lot less and also be a lot less experienced and a lot less knowledgeable at the game. So that's why the emoji avatars might be overproportionally representing bad players. Then another thing is the name of the player. If they are called player underscore, it's some kind of test account thing or whatever, or like where you don't need an email or something. I don't know how it works exactly, but it's a way where you can play the game without logging in or something like that with one of your accounts, like, but I'm not sure. So a player underscore, again, same reason there. Probably kids, probably people that don't invest any money, probably people that don't invest any of their time to learn the game. So because if you can't invest the time to make an account name, then you're probably not going to invest any time to actually do well at the game. I mean, look at me, I'm a fucking noob, and even I have a name. So there is that. Now again, obviously not every player underscore is bad. I mean, I think Bushka's changed his name to player underscore, so that's already the norm out of the window there. But obviously these tips are all here. It's above average, which means it's 60% or something of players that do this. Not all of them, obviously. That should be immediately obvious. Then another thing is the clan. People that tend to not be in a clan also tend to be worse. If you tend to not be worse, and if you are looking for a clan, then, well, I have the Nuts clan right here, and you can join if you want. Then there is that. Then another thing is, which, I don't know, might be personal bias or personal observation or something like that, but I simply don't understand why. But every time, not with T54, every time I see a T55A player, they just, most of the time, they just tend to be really horrible, and I don't know why. I honestly do not know why, but a lot of the T55A players I see are just horrible. Now, if you like the T55A, and if you play it well, then congratulations, you're not part of those. And if you meet a T55A in the battle, hope that it is not one of those. That is absolutely horrible. And then obviously the last thing that is immediately obvious, and is if they play any tank and they go city. You know, a person that goes into the city tends to be a lot worse player, because the city is a worse part of the map to win from. If you take pretty much most of the maps, so for example, if you go Rockfield, if you go to this side, they also tend to not be great. Middleburg City, great example. If you go Middleburg City, you're just trash pretty much most of the time. So yeah, it is not great. Fort Spare again, the seaside, just not very useful. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. And again, these are just assumptions, okay? These are not hard facts, so take it as such, and don't insult anyone in game, because that is not cool. Don't be toxic. You can complain about horrible players outside of chat all you want, but in in-game chat, please keep it respectful. Please keep it normal, because that is not cool. But outside of that, call them a fucking idiot all you want, because most of the time, they deserve it. But yeah, only do it if they deserve it, obviously. Yeah. you know, that's a very important fact there. And please don't go city in Black Goldville, please. And same with Ghost Factory, same with Port Bay, same with Vineyards, same with the Yamato Harbor, same with Mayan Ruins, same with Dynasty's Pearl, same with I mean, Alpenstadt's more like the side on there. Same with Faust, same with New Bay. It's the same on all of the maps. Please don't go to the city part or the confined part. Yeah.